Good morning. All right, I heard like 2 people out there. Good morning. All right, thank you all so much for coming out today. I know it's Saturday morning, but we'll make it worth your time. Thank you guys for coming because you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here with us this morning, and for that, we love you. So give yourselves a round of applause. I'm going to actually get right into the presentation because I know we are kind of behind schedule.
Like that old river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid of time, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond those skies. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes, it will. I go to the movie and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to my brother and I said, listen, brother, help me please, help me please. But he winds up knocking me right back, right down, right back on my knees. Oh, there's been times when I felt I couldn't last for long, but now I know I can carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes, it will.
Thank you. All right. So that song talks about a change is going to come. Gear Up is all about that change coming and that change taking place. And that change starts with each and every one of you guys sitting in here right now. So again, definitely don't forget that. That song says, I was born by a river. And I actually was born by a river, the Delaware River to be exact, which is right across the bridge from Philadelphia in a place called Camden, New Jersey. Now, Camden, New Jersey is known for being the home of Campbell's soup. Anybody ever heard of Campbell's soup? You know what that is? Some of the folks that are, my age and stuff, remember that place. But aside from being the home of Campbell's soup, Camden, New Jersey was also home to a lot of this. And now, this was a very recent statistic. Murder capitals of America, 2 New Jersey cities on the list. Camden came in second, making it the nation's worst murder capital, behind only East St. Louis, Missouri, and Chester, Pennsylvania. Now, I was a kid growing up in this environment, and I could remember, being small enough and old enough to remember seeing this type of stuff. And I can only imagine, at this time that my mother, who was a single mother, raising 2 boys, myself and my brother, she had to get out of that situation. And I can just imagine her saying, hey, you know what? It's not going to be conducive to raise my kids in this type of environment. So we moved down to a place called Little Haiti, Miami, Florida. And I can remember, us getting down to South Florida. She packed us up and put us in the car and drove down to South Florida, but only to leave one place to move right back into some of the same stuff. Little Haiti, Miami was just like moving from out of the frying pan right into the fire. But this was my reality. There was not much that I could do about this situation. As kids, we're not able to necessarily choose certain things, or we can't change certain things because we are kids. We have absolutely no control over who our parents are. We have a lot of time absolutely no control over what our living conditions are. We have absolutely no control over what the people around us do. But there is one thing that we do have control over. Who can tell me what that thing is that we have control over? Yell it out. Our lives. There you go. We can decide on what we do. We can decide what decisions we make. We can decide who we choose to hang around. Make sense? All right. So, during this time, aside from living in those type of conditions, there was something that I dealt with as a kid called bullying. Now, bullying is taking a whole nother twist and spin, because now you have cyberbullying and all the other things going on. But this says, there once was a boy who grew up in the hood, where villains and vandals did crime because they could. Each day an adventure, sun up to sundown, big, bad, bold bully stood waiting around. He was not a fighter, it bothered him so, but sometimes he had to stand up toe to toe. Reluctant to tussle, he'd rather just play. The smiles and the laughter made the hurt go away. Every day in Little Haiti, Miami, on my way to school, on my way from school, most of the time I ran into a bully. Nothing I can do about it. I had to go to school. I had to walk that way. It was going to happen. I was prepared for it. But there were some things as I was walking to school, aside from feeling like I was running for my life every day, there were some things that helped me deal with the fact that I had to deal with these bullies every day. One of those things was hanging out with a really good friend of mine named Demetrius. Demetrius, his grandmother had a candy. Well, she was the candy lady, so she had candy that she would sell from the house to everybody in the neighborhood. How many of y'all like candy? Yeah. How many of y'all like vegetables? I thought all the hands was gonna go up on that one. All right, so I would hang out with Demetrius a lot. I like to hang out with Demetrius because he liked to play around a lot. He liked to joke around a lot. He also had a basketball court at his house. So we would go over there and play basketball, spend a lot of time doing that. If it wasn't basketball, it was football. Demetrius wasn't a confrontational person, joked around all the time, probably played a little bit too much sometimes. I'm quite sure we got in a couple fights because he played around too much. But at the end of the day, we made up and we were cool. So felt like I was running for my life. And the other thing in my neighborhood was the way that you got out of your neighborhood was you either played football or you played basketball or you were a rapper or something of that nature. And that's how you got out. So after running for my life, I had to go home. And each day I went home, again, this was my situation. Because in order to kind of explain this, as when I was 9 years old, I started living with my grandmother because my mother fell victim to drugs. She was addicted to drugs. Not only was my mother addicted to drugs, but I had a very verbally abusive grandfather who told me that I would never graduate from high school, I would never graduate college, I was going to be a bum on the street. Anything negative that you can think of, I was told as a kid. So for me, I would go in my room, and if you notice on the bed, there's a pencil and a pad. And I would sit there and I would write. For me, writing became my escape. And this says, at home in his room, the yells and the screams, the tears because grandpa was being real mean. Please make it stop. How can I escape? This can't be what life is. Please don't make me stay. Who can I talk to who would even understand? Please send me a sign as you write through these hands. Maybe I'll fly, maybe I'll save the day. I might fall in love, but I'll have the last say. So I did mention that football, basketball, or being a rapper was kind of the only way that we knew about getting out of the neighborhood, getting out of the hood, or getting out of the barrio is what it would translate into. So I can remember at this time, everybody in my neighborhood was playing football. And I remember begging my grandmother, you know, I really want to play football. Maybe this is going to be my shot. And everybody was playing, so I can remember begging her. Now, I knew for a fact that she didn't have the money to put me into football. But everybody else was playing. I wanted to play, so I said, Grandma, please, please. And I chose to play football, right? And I can remember asking her, please let me play, please. And for about a week, I gave her these sad eyes, right? And I was like, come on, Grandma, everybody's playing football. You got to let me play. After about a week, she gave in, and she let me play, and she said yes. And I felt like this. Happiest kid in Little Haiti, Miami. Couldn't tell me nothing. So I get out to the football field, and I remember being padded up, and I can remember they put me at nose tackle, which meant my job was to get the quarterback. And I had such a great time out there on the football field. Now, mind you, I was a chubby kid, full pads, 90-degree weather, out here practicing on the football field, but I was loving it. I was having a great time. But then at the end of practice, the coach says, line up. We're going to run suicides. Anybody ever run a suicide? All right. Good thing you only seen them. You don't want to run a suicide. So the coach lines you up on the side of the field, and you run back and forth. Now, you do this until the coach gets tired. Not until you get tired, but until the coach gets tired. And I can remember running back and forth, and the whole time I'm running in my head, all I'm thinking to myself is, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm not going to make it. But obviously I didn't die because I'm here talking to you today, right? Woo, give it up for me. Yeah. But I can remember after practice that I went home and I took my pads off and I gave them to my grandmother. I said, you know what? This is not going to be for me. I don't want to do this. And I quit. Now, I felt some type of way about quitting. Things that started playing back to me was, you know what? Maybe my grandpa was right. Maybe I am going to be a bum. Maybe I am going to be a drug addict like my mom. Maybe I will not ever get out of this neighborhood. But it wasn't so much that bothered me. It was the look on my grandmother's face. Seeing how upset and hurt that she was. Knowing that she had just spent her hard-earned money for me to play football, and here I am throwing it away. That hurt me the most. And from that day, I said to myself, you know what? Never again. If I start it, I'm going to finish it. If I start it, I'm going to finish it. If you start something, what should you do? Finish it, definitely. So, he's much older now, and those words became songs. Night after night on the stage he performs. Cheers from the crowd make him feel he belongs now. This feels like family, this feels like real love. He had to dream, it was all that he owned. He had to believe, no one else cheered him on. His idea became a plan, and that plan became a goal. Those times that he failed were life lessons all along. This part of my life is when I would go perform at places night after night, and I had to have a lot of faith. And I'm going to tell you, say faith. I'm going to tell you why I had to have a lot of faith. Because I would get in my car at night, and if you pay attention to that needle, it's past the E. But I would get in every night saying, man, I got to get to this spot, hoping that I would sell at least 1 or 2 CDs just to get to the next spot. Because for me, I had started something, and I wasn't going to quit. And I made my mind up a long time ago, if I started, I was going to finish it. So this was me finishing what I started. During that time, I ended up meeting a really good friend of mine named Sean Elliott, who you'll probably see in some of the slides a little later on in the presentation. He's also an author, Be Still, Little Tree, Be Still. You may know who he is. But I meet a guy named Sean Elliott, and we do some collaborative work on some music, and then some time passes, and I get an opportunity to come and visit the Valley. First time I came to the Valley was 2008. For a week, I was doing a concert, and I came and visited, saw what the Valley was. He took me to all of the nice places, you know, out to the island. His uncle had a beach house at the time, showed me all of the nice stuff. And then he took me to what was considered the barrio. And now, you've seen where I came from. So when I seen the barrio, I was like, man, this is an upgrade. You know, so it really had me thinking about, man, what if I, you know, came back and decided to possibly live here in the Valley? So I come out to do the concert, and I say, you know what, in a few months, I think I want to come and live here. So I pack everything in my car, and I get on the road. Now this says, now he's on the road and the journey is uncertain. This reminds him of adrenaline before the curtains open. Stretches of highways, flatlands, and dry ranches. Fields of sunflowers flowing far beyond fantasy. Beautiful blue bonnets billowed boldly by the road. Texas was his destination, and he was in the zone. So what you can't see in this picture is that in my back seat in the car, it was pretty much piled up to the back. Everything that I owned in my possession was in this car, and I might have had about $200 in my pocket, and I was gone. And at this point, I'm on the road already, so I can't turn back now. And this pops into my head. Does anybody know what that? Can anybody kind of sound that out? What does that say? Idioti. Say it loud. Idioti. All right, now this time I want you to say it like you mean it. Idioti. All right, so idioti is an acronym, and it stands for either you do it or you do it. Quitting is not an option. I'm on the road now. I can't turn back. Idioti. I don't know what's going to happen when I get to Texas, but I'm on the road now. Idioti. I don't want to get up and go to work today, but if I don't go to work, it's going to be some consequences. Idioti. So I get to South Texas, and this is me. Himself and his thoughts lying on the cold floor. A mattress was not a luxury I could afford. I told you I had $200 in my pocket when I came, right? This was my reality. I was doing absolutely everything that I could to change the situation. But I could only do what I'm able to do. And sometimes we have to be okay with what we're able to do. A lot of times we try to worry about what everybody else is doing. And I don't have what they have, or I'm not making the grades that they're making. I'm not doing the things that they're doing. But at the end of the day, as long as you worry about what you're doing and you're moving at your pace, that's the only thing that matters. And then that also comes into the choices that you make as far as who you hang around, what type of people you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with people that want to see you win, that want your best interests, those are the people you want to hang out. If they're not encouraging you to do better, then those are not the people you want to stay around. Make sense? All right. What have I done? This is definitely what I thought laying on that floor. What in the world have I done? I moved from South Florida all the way 1,500 miles across the country to come lay on the floor and hang out with rats and roaches. Only a crazy person. So I moved from South Florida, where you have every type of food that you can eat, that you can think of at your fingertips, and I moved to South Texas, and you have great Mexican restaurants, and you have Whataburger. Woo, see that? That's the same way I felt when I got here. I had never heard of Whataburger. Whataburger became my best friend. As a matter of fact, we became such good friends that I would go visit 2 or 3 times a day for about 2 or 3 weeks straight. And I'm still trying to get rid of some of that weight I put on for visiting Whataburger every day. But after a while, I got tired of eating the same thing. Whataburger, Mexican restaurants. I just got tired of eating the same thing. I wanted something that reminded me of home. So I started messing around with a barbecue sauce. Now, anytime I would buy a barbecue sauce, I always had to put something in it. I didn't like it right off the shelf. I had to put something in it to make it my own. That bottle on the left-hand side is the very first bottle that I started selling my barbecue sauce in once I decided, hey, I want to do something with it. And one of the things that inspired me to actually start selling is very unique to this area. When I moved here, I had never seen anyone push a cart from door to door selling like elotes and hot Cheetos and, all of that stuff. And in my mind, I'm like, man, if they can go out here every day in this 890-degree weather and sell stuff door to door, why can't I sell a barbecue sauce? And that was one of the things that inspired me to actually start doing this. And a true story, fun fact, is I actually got a chance to meet that gentleman that inspired me to do that. Now, his English wasn't good, but I just wanted to let him know that, hey, man, you inspired me. I took a picture with him. I shook his hand, told him thank you, the best that I could. Gracias. I appreciate you. And we took that picture, but I just wanted to let him know that. So I start selling the barbecue sauce, and then I hear about a contest here in Texas. Anybody familiar with HEB? Ever heard of the Primo Pick contest? So I hear about this contest, and I'm like, man, I think I should enter. I think it's good. People keep telling me it's good, so it must be good. Let's see if I can get it in the HEB. So I enter this contest, Quest for Texas Best, and they tell me no. Well, actually, they didn't tell me no. They didn't even call me back. I couldn't get an email. I couldn't get anybody to try the sauce. And I'm like, man, is this really how this is how y'all operate HEB? Y'all just gonna do me like that? So this says, I knew it was. Could the jank be the key? My friends, they all try. They say, make some for me. Nothing to lose. Here I come, promised land. I'll jump all the hurdles. I'll do all I can. Tired of getting no's, knocked down and denied. Doubt settled in. I thought, why even try? I felt like giving up. Sometimes we feel like giving up. But it's in those times when you have to dig a little deeper. And when I do feel like giving up, and I don't feel like taking another step, I don't feel like doing what I know I should be doing, idioti. I can't quit. I already made that promise to myself. After getting these no's and sitting down at home one night, not too long after that, a show came on TV, and it's called The First 48. If you've ever watched the show, it's about solving murder mysteries. And this particular night, I was listening to the TV, thinking about what am I going to do now that HEB has told me no, and now I have to figure out how to really get this thing going. And I hear the TV say, or the narrator say, that this episode is taking place in Little Haiti, Miami. So now I'm really listening. And after they say that, they show a picture of this store. This store was the corner store in my neighborhood. I lived about 2 blocks to the right of where this store is. And I would frequent this store all the time. I went here all the time. This was our corner store. And then, after they say, this is Little Haiti, Miami, this is where, the crime took place, then this picture shows up. One of the victims in tonight's case is Mr. Demetrius Michi Owens. And my heart dropped. And I was very hurt at that time. But what I also thought about was there's no difference between me and Demetrius. I chose to make a couple wise decisions. He chose to do something else. This is what the reality was. Also made me think about, now that I'm not in that neighborhood and I'm not in that environment, it's so important for me to continue to make wise decisions, continue to share the fact that, hey, doesn't matter where you come from. Where you're from is not you, that's just where the story begins. And this, unfortunate as unfortunate as it is, kind of lit a fire under me. And now I say I really got to push a little harder, because this could have very well have been me. One bad decision. Make sense? All right. Some time passes, and I hear about an innovation grant with the Chamber of Commerce in McAllen. Now, this grant gives you an opportunity to present your business plan and a chance to win $10,000, right? So I enter this contest, and before I enter, I'm thinking to myself, should I? Can I? HEB just told me no. Well, like I said, they didn't tell me no, but they didn't call me. They didn't email me. I couldn't get a handshake. Should I even enter? Is it good enough? Idioti. What's the worst that can happen? They tell me no again? Okay. I can guarantee you, exactly, try again. I can guarantee you, you're going to hear a no a lot more than you hear yes in life. But it only takes one yes to catapult you into your legacy. Make sense? We got a yes. I end up winning. Thank you. Thank you very much. So this is my buddy Sean Elliott that I was telling you about, and we got a yes. We won the innovation grant with the Chamber of Commerce in McAllen. That was how I was able to get my packaging retail ready. Now that my packaging is retail ready, guess who's coming back around? It's the next year. Primo Pick Contest. Should I enter? Of course I should. I know they just told me no, but I'm going to show them why they shouldn't have told me no. So I'm going to enter again. This time around, I actually make it into the Primo Pick Contest, right? Of course, I said, idioti, I got to do it. But if I had quit when they told me no the first time, I would have never entered again. This happened. I made it into the contest. After I make it into the contest and I get into, well, no, not before I get into, well, I make it into the contest and I go up to Houston and I have to present in front of everybody in HEB to see if they're going to put my sauce in the store. Now, for the competition, it's the top 25 out of the entire state of Texas. So there was a lot of people that entered in the contest. And little old me from Weslaco, Texas. Yay, Weslaco. Right? They selected me, and I got to go present in Houston. And now they have a grand prize, first, second, and third place for this contest. How many of you think I won grand prize? Because the sauce is in HEB. How many people think I won grand prize? 10,000? No, I didn't win grand prize. But thank you for believing in me, man. Who think I won first place? Nobody? Okay. See? We here. All right. Second place. All right. Y'all kind of believe in me. That's cool. Thank you. Third place. They was like, you got to win something, right? I won absolutely nothing. Not a thing. But not even a week after the contest happened, I got a phone call saying, hey, you know what? We definitely want to put you in the stores. And they started me out in 169 stores. And today you can actually find it in about 247 stores. Thank you. Thank you. But once I got into HEB, then this happened.
I'm Lamar, and this is the jank. When something is awesome, we say it's the jank, which describes my barbecue sauce and my story perfectly.
Whenever I used to buy barbecue sauce from the store, I'd always have to add a little of this or that to it. So finally, I just decided to make my own. And after months of experimenting, the jank was born. HEB chose it as a Quest for Texas Best finalist. Now that's pretty jank. This is the Best in Texas department at HEB.
Look for these and other great Primo picks at HEB.
Anybody ever see that commercial? Did y'all know I was from Weslaco, Texas? Woo, Weslaco. All right. So, quitting is not an option. We say idioti. Let me hear y'all say that. Oh, come on, say it like you mean it. All right. So quitting is not an option. You know, Gear Up is all about preparing you guys to go off to college, to go off and be successful, to go off and be productive citizens. You guys have access to so many resources in Weslaco ISD. I've worked in a lot of schools. I've worked in a lot of different school districts, even in South Florida before I came to Weslaco. And by far, the things that Weslaco has available to you guys surpasses many other places that I've been. So take advantage of that. Make sense? Did I give it 100%? Every day you wake up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, did I give it 100%? If you can honestly say to yourself, hey, I gave it 100%, you should be happy and content with whatever the outcome is. Because at the end of the day, you can only do what you're able to do. There's nothing beyond that that you can do. So be content with that. Be happy with that. Now I need everybody to repeat after me. I have done all I can. That is all I can do. My dreams are my guide. They will help me get through. I have a choice. I will choose what life is. It is simple, not easy. Idioti. Either you do it or you do it. Give yourselves a round of applause. And then I also want to do this. Parents, continue to support your kids, your children. Because whether they express it to you or not, they appreciate you. May not feel like it all the time. I had a parent today, I'm not going to share who it was, but they like to give you stuff the night before the event and say, hey, I got to be here at 3 o'clock in the morning. But continue to support your kids because they do appreciate it, and it's definitely going to pay off in the long run. So continue doing what you do because that is very important. Make sense? All right. And then you're looking at yourself in the mirror, and you know what he's thinking, right? Idioti. I'm at peace. So my question to you guys is, sup? Are we going to do it or what? Are we going to do it? We're going to go off to college. We're going to be successful. We're going to be productive citizens, right? All right. So the last part of my presentation, let's choose to be great. Keep in mind it is a choice. You have to choose to be great. You have to choose to want to be successful. You have to choose to do the right thing. You have to choose to not go out and party when you know you got schoolwork and you know you got an assignment to do. You have to make those choices. But it's as simple as that. It's a choice. So you control it. That's the greatest part about it because it's a choice. Nobody can make you or tell you to do anything. It's a choice that you make. So, The Adventures of Sir Jankster. I'm going to share a little bit of the story with you, and there's a part in the song where I'm going to need some crowd participation. But I'm going to need y'all to get loud. Y'all were okay earlier, but I need y'all to get loud. There's a part in the song where I say either you do it or you do it. And that's going to be the response. So I say either you do it or you. There you go. But get a little loud. I want people on the outside, across the street, Texas Boulevard. You know, I want all those people to hear what's going on in here today and then make them wish that they were here. So here we go.
Come and go with it on the adventures of Sir Jankster. If the odds have ever been stacked against you, then this book is for you. There's a purpose for your gift. Choose to inspire and uplift. Make a choice. Choose to inspire and uplift. Inspire and uplift.
Hey there, once was a boy who grew up in the hood where villains and vandals did crime cause they could. Each day an adventure, sun up to sundown. Big bad bold bully stood waiting around. He was not a fighter, it bothered him so, but sometimes he had to stand up toe to toe. Reluctant to tussle, he'd rather just play. The smiles and the laughter made the hurt go away. Street lights are on, heading home hauling tail, peddling past pit bulls, pouncing up on his heels. At home in his room, the yells and the screams, the tears because grandpa was being real mean. Please make it stop, how can I escape? This can't be what life is, please don't make me stay. Who can I talk to, who would understand? Please send me a sign as you write through these hands. Maybe I'll fly, maybe I'll save the day. I might fall in love, but I'll have the last say. Right here he is home, nothing bad will exist. He will bring people joy with the stroke of his pen. He's done all he can and that's all he can do. Your dreams of your God remain humble and true. You have a choice, so choose what life is. Where you're from is not you, that's just where it begins. You have a choice, stay down or try again. It's simple, not easy, either do it or you. All right, we'll get it. Either do it or you. Hey, either do it or you. Hey, either do it or you. Hey. We gon' do it. He's much older now, and those words became songs. Night after night on the stage he performs. Cheers from the crowd make him feel he belongs now. This feels like family, this feels like real love. He had to dream, it was all that he owned. He had to believe, no one else cheered him on. His idea became a plan, and that plan became a goal. Those times that he felt were life lessons all along. He's done all he can, and that's all he can do. Your dreams of your God remain humble and true. You have a choice, so choose what life is. Where you're from is not you, that's just where it begins. You have a choice, stay down or try again. It's simple, not easy, either do it or you. Hey, either do it or you. Hey, either do it or you. Hey, either do it or you. Hey. We gon' do it now. He's on the road and the journey is uncertain. This reminds him of adrenaline before the curtains open. Stretches of highways, flatlands, and dry ranches. Fields of sunflowers flowing far beyond fantasy. Beautiful blue bonnets billowed boldly by the road. Texas was his destination and he was in the zone. Welcome to Texas. Welcome to Texas. He has arrived and all in one piece, but home does not look like it did in his dreams. Himself and his thoughts lying on the cold floor. A mattress was not a luxury he could afford. Up off the floor, sick and tired of what was. Maybe some grub would help him find the love. Searching for flavors to make something sweet. Savory on everything is what he needs. Now it's been some time, nothing good has come up. Pinch of this, pinch of that. Hope and love fill his cup. It is all that he has, it will have to make do. Wanna try what I made? He yelled to the next room. Late in the night, it was well after 2. Rubbing his eyes, Sean agreed to consume the magic he made that he knew was the truth. One bite, a slice smile, second bite, a chipped tooth. I knew it was, could the jank be the key? My friends, they all try, they say, make some for me. Nothing to lose, here I come, promised land. I'll jump all the hurdles, I'll do all I can. Tired of getting those knocked down and denied. Doubt settled in, he thought, why even try? But something within him would not let him quit. He remembered the heartache, the pain and the tears. He thought of his future in moments like this. He dreaded regret, he feared the what ifs. We've come too far to let naysayers win. It wasn't my time and I've made peace with this. This time next year I'll be further along. Branding and packaging and even a song. Contest is back, guess who's in the next round? Top 25, it's about to go down. We didn't win, but we did very well. What once was a dream now stands proud on store shelves. Now stands proud on store shelves. Your dreams are for you, and you'll have to walk through each hardship and trial and even a few untruths. Do what you can and be proud that you did. Remember your values and the purpose of your gift. Don't make it about money, don't chase the thrill of fame. I couldn't sit back, I wanted to be the change. They'll try to discourage every step, every move, but don't ever stop believing in your truth. Success is not quick, it takes wisdom, patience. There's a blessing in giving back. Help me build the Jank Nation. Ha. Help me build the Jank Nation. Ha. Help me build the Jank Nation. Do all you can, and that's all you can do. Your dreams of your God remain humble and true. You have a choice, so choose what life is. Where you're from is not you, that's just where it begins. You have a choice, stay down or try again. It's simple, not easy. Either do it or you. Hey, 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 we gon' do it. Who gon' do it? That's what I like to hear, man. Let's get out there and do it. I need you to pay attention to this last slide. Your gift is more powerful than you could ever imagine. I encourage you to live each day with good intentions. Share your positive vibrations with the world. You never know who will be inspired by your kindness. Thank you.
And sometimes it's not bad to fail. You know what I mean? A failure is something that we can learn off of.
We gathered all our 7th grade students from across the district to welcome them into the Gear Up program. So it is our Gear Up Kickoff College and Career Fair. We have local businesses, we have barbers, we have journalism teachers. We have an array of presentations geared towards different careers. Our families are actually going to visit several sessions, and the sessions are geared towards preparing them for high school and also for their career pathways.
My son is a 7th grader. We got 5 years to get him prepared from junior high to high school.
I'm with the WISD Sheepdogs group, and we are here to inform people, like future high schoolers, on what we do is in this club, like helping out the community. And also if they're ready for like law enforcement, I tell them all the things we do, like becoming a lawyer, police officer, SWAT, firefighter. We show them everything. I try to show them everything that we do in this club.
Freeze, turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Preparedness is very important for everything in life. You know, prepare him. I mean, he opened up our mind and our wallet too. I mean, we need to know how much it's going to cost us for him to go to college.
Gear Up is all about that change coming and that change taking place. And that change starts with each and every one of you guys sitting in here right now.
Gear Up stands for Gaining Early Awareness and Readiness for Undergraduate Programs. And our mission is to make sure that not only the students, but the families are aware of all the opportunities that are out there for them, not just for post-secondary, but also for careers.